Are you looking for a home with acreage, but everywhere you look, all you can find is the property that has no home on it? Or maybe you found the home and it's got a lot of work to do. Maybe there's no electricity. Maybe it's a total knockdown. There's a lot of different options that can come into that. Well, good news. Today we're going to share some options. I'm Adam Walker, your friend in the mortgage business. And before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell so you can continue to get all of our great real estate hacks. Now, what we're talking today is a total overhaul of your property. We're not talking maybe buying the house and doing some small renovations. For that, there's a great program called Purchase Plus Improvements. We've done a whole video on that one. We'll link it in the show notes below. So if you're looking to buy that property and you need some small renovations, maybe 10% of the purchase value, that's a great program for Purchase Plus Improvements. Today we're talking that total overhaul. So you've got a house, maybe you've bought the land, maybe it's worth $500,000 today, and after you do all of your renovations, maybe you redo the house, maybe everything that you do, it's going to be worth $750,000 or it's going to be worth $1,000,000, but you don't have $1,000,000 laying around to do all the renovations and buy the house. So how do we bridge that gap where in the end we're going to lend on that final value of the property? You'll get your regular 25, 30-year mortgage on that property on the future value. How do we get to that? How do we finance to get to that stage? Well, if you don't have that cash laying around, good news, we got a couple options for you. Number one is what we call a progress draw mortgage through the banks, right? So a lot of the banks and credit unions offer a progress draw mortgage. Some of the benefits of that is you're going to get a little bit lower carrying cost. That upfront interest cost is going to be a little bit less. The downside of that is it's going to have very strict payment dates. So a lot of those, you can only get draws based on certain dates. Some of the lenders will say when the house is sealed up, when you've got the windows and it's airtight or watertight, maybe the second draw comes at drywall stage when all the drywall's up and everything's done there. And then the third and final draw would come when the house is completed. Now, the good news is if everything stays on track and all of your trades continue to stay on target and you get everything done when you need it to get done, that's a great product. Unfortunately, in today's world, those trades aren't always there and it's not always lined up. Maybe things that can go in, that could hit different stages. Sometimes we've seen scenarios where the windows are really, really delayed, right? And we've got to get the drywall in. We've got a lot of different things and they have to board up the windows instead. But the bank can't give you that draw because it's not that exact percentage done. What another opportunity is private lending, right? So it's going to cost you a little bit more money up front. Maybe you're looking at a higher interest rate, but where it could save you money is the fact that you can get your trades out earlier and you can get the house completed a lot faster, and it's going to cause a lot less stress in the scenarios that we've seen. If you're looking and you want to explore both of these options and you've got questions, give me a call, shoot me a text, or book directly on my calendar at adamwalkermortgages.com. I'd love to discuss these scenarios with you and see how we can help you get your dream home on a property with some acres.